This is HipHop-Album-Debate. Let's get the conversation going, ain't no time to waste. Yeah, the podcast that I know you've been wanting. They talking real hip-hop, got everybody talking. Let's go. Yeah, keep it 100 and stay true. Hosted by my homie Q. Tune in and come through. Yeah, this be the spot, the number one place all day. This is HipHop-Album-Debate. Let's go. Hey, yeah.
HipHop-Album-Debate, the podcast. I'm on with my man Quea and Tony Sweets. What's up, fellas?
Going on,
what's good,
man?
my boy?
Hold in the road.
Man, that's what's up, though. That's what's up, man. All right, so hey, this episode 1, man. This is the first episode, and we're gonna start it off like this. Icecube, No Vaseline versus Tupac Hit Em Up. And before we get started, man, let me just kind of give the people, a little bit of background information on these two disses. So Icecube, No Vaseline came out in 91. It was a diss towards his former group, NWA. And actually, it was a response to NWA's Real Niggas, which was from the Niggas for Life album. In that song, they accused Cube of being Benedict Arnold. They accused him of trying to sound like them. He was trying to look like them. Let them tell it. And they went as far as to go that people bought Cube first album, America's Most Wanted, because they thought it was an NWA album. So yeah, man. So
Didn't know that.
yeah. So that's that. All right. So Tupac, of course, Hit 'Em Up came out in 96. So that was about 5 years later. And that diss was towards Biggie and Bad Boy. And the reasons, which many reasons, if you ask me. One, Pac felt like Big and Puffy set him up at the Quad studio when he got shot the first time. So that's one reason. Then one of the other reasons that was reported that this actually was recently reported. Allegedly, Jada Pinkett and Jasmine Guy was trying to come up with Pac's bond money or bail money when he went to jail, and they went to Big, and allegedly they didn't have it. He didn't have it to give, so Pac felt slighted that way. So then, okay, Pac was set up, and he felt like Biggie and Puffy knew something, well, especially Biggie, and he didn't forewarn them. So I had a scenario. Hey, Big and Puffy is the common denominator. So, so there we go. We got No Vaseline and Tupac Hit 'Em Up.
Was like, well, first of all, I didn't know about No Vaseline till I got old, then a little bit older anyway. Of course, because it came out so long, back then we weren't really listening to it like that. And,
Right.
I was introduced more to Pac, as I got older, because it was around the same era because Tupac kind of popped after the fact. But it took somebody to tell me about No Vaseline. I hear it on somebody in somebody's car, and then what really brought my attention to it was when the NWA movie came out, and to get the background from that, and when it came out, whatever, and all the stuff that was behind that, you kind of see why he was so mad at that group, whatever. And it kind of, you kind of listen to it and get a better feel for it when you get the background on it compared to just listening to him just going off on these dudes you don't know why. And when it came to Pac and Big and their thing, I mean, that was fresh. We were there, to be honest with you. We heard everything that was going back and forth with those guys. And so, hearing that, it's still hard to understand why he was so mad at Big, whatever. Of course, the Junior Mafia clique would never, admit that they did anything wrong to Pac and something like that. So they're gonna play like they don't know why he mad too. But with it, man, it's like I don't know that Big set Pac up to get shot. I don't know that they got a beef over faith and everything like that. I wouldn't know. So it's kind of hard to just get into that. But I kind of rock more with No Vaseline because it's kind of a bop, a bop that I got into at a later age compared to when Hit 'Em Up came out. We were younger.
Gotcha.
Now let me pick up on Tony, what Tony was saying. I think I agree with Tony. Like sonically, I think No Vaseline was a better song than Hit 'Em Up. But my young brain back then, I had Pop hands down. But I think No Vaseline aged better than Hit 'Em Up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But back then, shit, you couldn't tell me Pop when what he was saying.
Oh yeah. I believed everything Pop was saying.
Yeah, Pop was God back then.
Right. Hey,
it's only now that shit come out about Pop. Like, damn, Pop might not have been the person we thought he was.
Right.
Right.
At the time, at the time, I had Pop.
Right. Hey, look, I'll say this. I'll let you piggyback, Tony.
Okay.
Like you said, man, everything Pac said, I know I believe, because if you think about it, man, it was three different it was probably more than three reasons, but if you think about it, when it first popped off, damn, why Pac mad at Biggie? Oh, they set him up. Well, then it was revealed, no, they didn't set him up. Then Pac was like, oh, well, he knew who set me up, but he didn't tell me. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I was like, okay, cool. Well, that whatever Pac said, I believe. They could have fell out over a number 2 from McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? 2 cheeseburgers and some fries, and Biggie didn't bring back the 2 cheeseburgers. And Pac was mad at him. Hey, yeah, you should have brought them 2 cheeseburgers back. You know what I'm saying? I would have anything Pac said, I would have been with it at that time.
I would have believed it.
Yeah.
Now look, am I the only one heard Pop might have shot himself? Am I the only one heard that?
No, Lil Caesar said that in the interview. He's saying that Pac shot himself. Yeah.
Pop shot himself. So
yeah.
Biggie couldn't have knew who shot him if he shot himself.
Right, right. I mean, you know, he got shot. Well, you know, now they starting to question, did he even get shot 5 times? But
yeah,
you know, I think Pac, man, I think at that point, I don't think Pac knew who to believe. I don't think he knew what to believe, but he just knew somebody was behind it. So he was just upset because either you were a participant, or if you weren't a participant, you knew and you could have came and told me. So either way, man, Pac, he was gonna be mad at somebody. Either way it go.
Biggie was just, I think Biggie was the man at the time. I believe it was more behind the disc than just Pac getting shot though. You know, because Pac brought up some more stuff in the interview, like when he went to jail, say Biggie was stealing his style and all this.
Right. I
believe it was more behind the disc than just him getting shot.
Right. Yeah. Yep. I agree, man.
And all this I heard later in life, so
right.
I'm rolling with Pac the whole time. Yeah.
Man.
Fanatic.
Right. Yep. Then, like you said, we didn't have enough sense to say, okay, man, something not right about this, because it was, you know, again, Big and Puffy was the common denominator either way. But you know, it was reports even then that you know, Pac was mad because, okay, if you didn't have anything to do with it and you didn't know nothing, well, why you didn't come see me? You know, why you didn't come see me while I was locked up? So Pac was mad about that. Like I said, everything links back to the Biggie, especially, and Puffy, because Puffy was down with Big. But I can understand why Cube was upset, because Cube was caught off guard, man. Because you know, now he said in the interview, he never he didn't say anything about NWA on his first album, which he did, America's Most Wanted. Yeah. He didn't say anything about NWA, but they went in on him with the Real Niggas from the Niggas for Life album. And you know, that's when they accused him, you know, of, you know, being a Benedict Arnold and all that. But now I just found this out a couple of months ago.
Hey man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
Well, I'll say
now,
this.
I might Yeah, I just been had my hand raised since before you were reading the intro. What's a Benedict Arnold though, man?
Oh, that's the person that switched sides, man.
Okay, see.
That's dude from back in the day, man. He was in some military or something that switched sides. So he. But shit, man,
I was sleeping class when they moved. When they taught her that.
Hey,
Quea thought you were talking about some eggs.
Yeah, I didn't know what he was talking about. I thought it was a move or something. I ain't watching.
But man, hey, it was reported that Q wanted Dre to produce his first album because he thought it was all good when he left. But Eazy threw a flag on the play. Like, nah, that's not gonna happen. So
I ain't know that.
Yeah, man. But you want to get a word?
Hey, I read beat Q though.
What was that?
I said Q kind of underrated for his beat selection, man. That beat was right.
Yeah. That was a sample, but it was still a good beat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, that beat caught me,
Right.
The intro about the intro alone is these new nigga songs, like a whole song that went on and came off of it.
Right.
Started rapping,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but when he got into it,
oh, he went in.
Yeah. Now, Q, let me say this now. This is a hot take right here. Q would have got canceled though from some of them because Q would kind of molested MC Ren on the song.
That was Tony. So, hey, Tony said the same thing before we got started.
Yeah. I ain't lie, I ain't even hear Tony, man.
Yeah. This was before we got started. This was before you got on. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, with he said Easy E dick smell like MC Ren shit.
Ah man, yeah.
Hey, and then look, not just that, him going in on Jerry Heller, being a Jew, a white guy.
The Jew, Q would have been out the game.
Yeah, man. But
that was just the time back then, though, man. You can get away with saying that stuff back then like that, for real, man.
Right.
But yeah, you can say all the derogatory language, slang.
Yeah, man. They weren't really tripping like they were then now, man.
Yeah. Go listen to go watch Eddie Murphy Raw.
Oh, I already know. Yeah, I grew up, man. Come on, man. I grew up on that. Hey, he rocking the blue leather suit. I already know.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was going in, man. Hey, let's take a break, man. Let go. Let's see what the people had to say, man. Let's take a second to see what they got to say. All right. So this Big A from the 256. Let's see what he got to say.
What up, Q? This is Big A from the 256. And I just wanted to answer your question with my own opinion, which is that I find Ice Cube's No Vaseline to be more of a way for him to perpetuate his solo career. It was kind of a business-related diss, whereas I view Hit 'Em Up as more of a emotional response to a betrayal that Tupac felt was there with Biggie. So I preferably feel a more emotional connection to Hit 'Em Up, and I feel like he was emoting more through his music, his pain at his betrayal from a friendship, whereas I feel like Ice Cube's diss was more choreographed and really set up to help him with his solo career. But that's just my simple take on it. All right, peace out.
I felt that one.
Yeah.
I felt it again.
Yeah. I think I agree. Only thing I didn't agree with, he was saying with the No Vaseline kind of propelled Q career. I mean, it did, but
I think so, man. And look at 50 Cent, and he said he took a little bit of that from Ice Cube with it, get some people to for your game, for his game.
Yeah, but the only thing that America Most Wanted, it had been out though. You know what I'm saying? That No Vaseline, I think that was on the Death Certificate album. So that was like his second album. Yeah, so that's why I was like, I don't know. But I mean, it definitely gave some extra juice to it, though.
Yeah.
What's up,
But
Tony?
that's the album that he had. Which one that had Steady Mobbing on it? With the when he created that rap group.
Steady Mobbing.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Cam and all them? Or that's
I think Steady Mobbing was on that Death Certificate, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, can you remember any other song off that album outside of Steady Mobbing?
On which one? The American Most Wanted?
Right.
Oh, yeah. Shoot, Who's the Mac? Once Upon a Time in the Project. America's Most Wanted went hard now, man. Yeah, it went hard.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really get into the queue till today was a good day.
Today was a good day. That was on the Predator. That was on the Predator album. That was a good one too. The Predator. That was his third one, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, No Vaseline was on the Death Certificate. But the first one, matter of fact, Jay-Z just quoted him. One of those songs on the 444 album when he said "Once Upon a Time in the Projects." That was cute. Yeah.
Hey, what song was this from Q, man? I think it was a sample beat. He snapped though. The beat like dun, 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 and he was in jail. You know what I'm talking about?
Who went in
and
on
your
Q?
name is Yes Trump. Nah, Q. It was a Q song. I can't think of the name of it though.
That was you better check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Hey, man, he went in.
Get it to the comments, bro.
All right, bet. All right, this is my homegirl, Marty from the west side of St. Paul. Let's see what she got to say.
Okay, I'm going to have to definitely say Ice Cube won this one. Tupac, phenomenal artist. Ice Cube, phenomenal artist. But when it comes to diss tracks, Cube nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. We all know Biggie and Tupac had beef. We all know there was an East Coast, West Coast thing with those kids. But for Ice Cube to come out after the fallout with NWA with No Vaseline, just pure gold, man. Pure gold.
What's y'all thoughts, man? Y'all agree or disagree?
I think that's malarkey, man. I just want to say that word. I kind of agree with her. I think Q made the better diss song, man. But like the other guy said earlier, man, Pac, I was kind of mostly attached to Pac's song back then, but listen back now, man, I think Q had the better song.
What's up, Tony Sweet? What you got to say, man? We'll go to the next one.
Yeah, I think she got a point, man. You do know how old this lady is?
Yeah, she's in her mid-40s.
Okay, so that tells a lot too, because you know what I'm saying, her being a little older, you know, she may rock with Q more than she will rock with Pop.
Then around about 88, 89, I'm listening to all the NWA stuff, you know, Ice Cube, but all that's coming from my older cousins. So I don't supposed to be listening to it. You know, in fact, here, if my mama found out I would listen to it, she'll probably whoop my ass now. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we were raised in the church. But, yeah, I would listen to all of that. But, you know, like you said, we were young then. We all the same age. So it was a different age group as opposed to being 18 or even being, you know, a legitimate teenager at that time. It's a big difference. All right, let's go to the next one.
Can I say this, though?
Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Nah, I just wanted to say, man, I think Pac had the bigger impact. I believe that's what any diss song, probably besides Drake back to back, but that ain't in my top nothing. But I think Pac diss song had the biggest impact ever as a diss song. It started a whole war against East and West. Had me throwing up West Side. I ain't even from the West.
I know I was throwing up that W. I ain't been on the west side of Alabama at that time.
Ever.
Yeah. I think if you think about it, man, I mean Drake back to back makes for a different conversation for another day. But I will say Drake and No Vaseline is kind of more in the same lane, my opinion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So Drake really kind of got the best of both worlds with his this song, man.
Right.
I want to speak on it now.
Right. Yeah.
You can play that anywhere, which probably would know Vaseline too.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, now according to the movie now, Straight Outta Compton, hey, they basically saying, hey, Cube got us. He got us. You know, so the disc was so good, but it was within that, again, that ramification of hip hop, man, Cube got us. But you not been telling me Biggie, Junior Mafia, and all them, they didn't listen to Hit 'Em Up and say, oh, you know, he got us, man. That was good. That was good. He got us. That was good right there. You like that, Puffy? That was good. Nah. I mean, Big, he made some comical responses, you know, with the whole, you know, if Faith had twins, she'll probably have 2Pac's and all that. But when Pac died, that's when it got real. He was saying some slick stuff, man. We all know that. Let's go to the next comment, man. This Brittany, aka B Jizzle. Let's see what she got to say about all of it.
Yo, what's up, Q? It's your girl Jizzle. Man, if I gotta choose between Hit 'Em Up and No Vaseline, I got to go with No Vaseline because basically you got one nigga going against an entire squad, basically the coldest group on the West Coast. And it's like Cube's response to NWA, it was so clever, bro. I mean, that type of wordplay has yet to be replicated on any diss track that I've heard. Now, don't get me wrong, Hit 'Em Up is hard too. And you can tell with all the hatred that Tupac really had towards Big and the Bad Boy Clan, you can really feel that. But if you gotta look at lyrics alone and pretty much the main delivery of it all, you gotta say No Vaseline is definitely the coldest of the two for a banging diss track.
Which I got to say, man.
That's well put. She was spot on with that. And she bring another thing to the forefront too. Hit 'Em Up is a very emotional song. That brother, he was in the studio. He was mad. Whereas with Cube was calculated, man. I guarantee Cube had a pencil and a piece of paper writing this stuff down. He knew what he was gonna say about each one of them. Whatever popped in Pac's head at the time, he was gonna say it. You know, no matter they sick and they gonna die.
Right.
So you know, the wordplay was definitely on point with No Vaseline compared to Hit 'Em Up. So I agree with her on that aspect. In that aspect, she really made me think about that. A bit more.
Wow.
Yeah.
I agree too. Was that Brittany?
Say what now?
Who that was coming?
Yeah, that was Brittany.
Okay, shout out to her. Yeah, I like her comment. That brings me to the end of that Pac Hit 'Em Up too, man. Yeah, Pac just throwing just straight bullets at niggas, boy.
Yeah.
Who had sickle cell? Who?
I don't know, man.
From all these, it was Prodigy.
Yeah.
Prodigy. He was Yeah, that was a low blow, man.
Pop was going off, man, in the studio. They didn't even want to bother Pop. Pop was just going. They turned the music off there, and he's still cussing and being mad.
He's bad. Hey, there was a special comment right here. I didn't see this one coming, but he showed some love, man. Hey, this is my son right here.
What's up, Dad? aka Quartez Garrett. I think that No Vaseline wins because it's just simply more of a better song than Ice Cube did by itself. And Tupac, he had multiple people, in the actual song. So I think No Vaseline was a better song.
Would you
Shout out to yourself, man.
Yeah, appreciate that, man. Hey, it's funny he brought that up. When he left the comment, and I saw that I had a comment. I'm like, son, what you doing? Leave me a comment. So anyway, I listened to it. It was funny because, hey, at the end of the day, I mean, they equal in a lot of ways, but they not. But I did say, well, damn, Cube did rap the whole song, but to Pac's credit now, hey, the brother had a lot more to say because you can listen to Against All Odds on the Machiavelli album.
Yeah.
Bomb first. So he's still talking now. He still got a lot to talk about. You know what I'm saying? But he let the Outlaws you know what I'm saying, he let them rap on it or whatever. But yeah, man, Pac probably could have rapped for a whole 10 minutes nonstop, you know.
Pop was never the one to be short for words, though.
No.
Yeah. But I do like about what your son said, though, man. Shout out to him too.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate
Kind
it,
of look
man.
better to Cube. You know, Pop, he was kind of jumping, puffing them with the Outlaws, but Cube took on the whole group by itself, so it kind of look better for Cube in that aspect.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
You wanted to look at it like that.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. Yeah, man. Well, shoot, man, we about to wrap it up, man. Anybody want to leave any closing remarks, man, before we shut this thing down?
I'll say, to be honest with you, going into it, I kind of was leaning towards no Vaseline, and you know, it seemed like I'm not the only person who think that way.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it just more of a calculated response compared to somebody just mad and emotional going in the studio and just saying something, man.
Right.
It's like, because anything that Cube said on No Vaseline, man, it's like, you know, like you said, it has airplay value compared to, you know, Pop. You know, he was just saying whatever to the point he wasn't even rapping no more. He was just saying reckless stuff about these folks, man. He wasn't even on no beat.
Right.
He was just saying, he like a pit bull, man. You wasn't gonna stop him, man.
Right.
It's like he was just saying stuff, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, man, hey. Well, as of right now, man, the poll results is Hit 'Em Up 29%, Vaseline 71%. So hey, I guess that's the consensus, man. Hey, there's no Vaseline.
Let me know when it's Gucci versus Young Jeezy. Then we're gonna talk about that and diss record then. That's more of our speed right there. I can tell you what's really wrong with Gucci and Jeezy and everything then.
Hey, that's a fact. I'm gonna do another hot take in there before we leave. Beanie Siegel, Jadakiss did this song ever. All right, we out.
That's what's up. Hey, we signing out, man. Hey, everybody, y'all be sure to go to HipHop-Album-Debate.com where the real debate goes on. We check out the podcast every Wednesday. We taking the topic from the website, typically that Tuesday. So anybody listening, if you want your voice heard, check us out every day of the week. But definitely, if you're trying to get in on the podcast, check us out that Tuesday. And that's the topic that we're gonna chop it up about. And it's gonna be on the podcast the following day, that Wednesday. So,
man, great topic, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So we gonna keep hitting them. We're gonna keep hitting them with them great debates. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we're gonna do it like that. So, hey, this Q, I'm signing off. My man Quea, Tony Sweets, we signing off, man. Y'all take care.
Yes, sir, B.
Hey.